Okay, so it says solve the word problems using the RDW strategy. Show all of your work. Okay, so who can tell me what the RDW strategy is? Isaiah.
Read, draw, write.
Read, draw, write. Okay? So our objective today is to solve two-step word problems, right? Have we done that before? Yes or no? Yes? No? Yes? Yes. Okay. Well, this module is focusing on fractions, right? What skills did we just talk about that we've already know? What do we already know how to do? Christian. We know how to simplify. Yes. What else do we know how to do, Leanna? We know how to add and subtract fractions. What else do we know how to do? We know how to do a model to represent our fractions using the rectangle model. Danny.
We know how to rename.
We know how to rename. What else?
We know how to find the LCM.
We know how to find the LCM. Daniel. We know how to subtract fractions from a mixed number. Yes. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to apply what we know to these two-step word problems, right? So all that knowledge we have up here, we're going to apply it, okay? So let's get started. So Phineas, read this for me, please.
Everything?
Yes.
Solve
Right here.
word problem.
George.
How to spec.
Yeah, the problem for me, please.
George weeded 1/5 of the garden, and Summer weeded some too. When they were finished, 2/3 of the garden still needed to be weeded. What fraction of the garden did Summer weed?
Okay, good. So what do I do first? Say it with me. We
Circle the numbers.
circle the numbers. What numbers should I be circling, Naomi? 2/3 and 1/5. Good. All right. And what do I do next, Ethan? What's my question, Ethan? What fraction of the garden did Summer weed? Good. Okay. What else do I need to do?
Box keywords.
What keyword should I be boxing?
Some.
So she weeded some too. Okay, good. What else? Ariana.
Fraction.
What fraction? Good. What else? Eileen.
Still needed.
Still needed to be weeded. Okay, good. What else? Anything else? We're good?
Finished.
So when they were finished, okay, good. So 2/3 was finished, okay? So let's read it again together. George weeded 1/5 of the garden and Summer weeded some too. When they were finished, 2/3 of the garden still needed to be weeded. What fraction of the garden did Summer weed? So now what do we have to do? We box keywords. Now we're gonna what? Evaluate, right? How do we evaluate? We what? Sometimes what? What do we do? Create what? What do we do when we evaluate the problem? Okay. All right. So let's see. George, right? We're gonna represent George as this. He weeded 1/5 of the garden, right? And then Summer, she weeded some too, right? But we don't know how much she did, right? And then we know that there was left over to be weeded how much?
2/3.
2/3 was left over, right? So what are we trying to find? Tell me, what are we trying to find?
How much of the garden did Summer weed?
Yeah, so we're trying to find this, right? This is what we are trying to find, right? We're trying to find how much she did. This is our big question. Yes, Isaiah?
I just want to solve it.
Okay. I know you're eager, so we're gonna take step by step. So, what do I do? So if this all represents one whole garden. garden, right? What should I do first? Isaiah?
Find the LCM.
But what am I gonna do first? Am I gonna add, subtract, divide, multiply?
Like in the whole equation?
What am I gonna do first?
Oh, first.
What am I doing first? Danny, what do you think?
We're gonna subtract
Subtract what?
2/3 and 1/5
Why do you think that?
because we're trying to find how much some are weighted, so we could find how much 2/3 and then subtract by 1/5.
But 2/3 is what's left over to be weeded. And 1/5 is what has been weeded. And this whole thing represents one garden. So you're right that we're subtracting, but I want you to think about why it's not correct to subtract 1/5 and 2/3. If this is the whole garden, and George already weeded 1/5 of it, and I want to know how much Summer did, what should I find next? You're right to subtract, but what do you think, Danny? You want to ask a friend to help you out? Tay. Ted, what are we going to do first? Danny said to subtract. Do you agree?
Not first, but you do need to do that later, I think.
Okay.
So what I did first is I converted it so that the 1/5 that George did would be equivalent to, or not equivalent, but like they'd have the same denominator as what's left over. So 30, I think.
Okay.
So then you would multiply the 1/5 by 6, it would be 6/30ths, and then the 2/3 would turn into 20/30ths. So then all you have to do, if that is 6/30ths, you could just add how much there is left over to be 2/3, because that's how much they have remaining.
So you're saying what you would do first is add these two together.
Not add them together, like convert them so that they have the same denominator.
So
And
you would
then-
find the LCM of these two fractions, and then what would you
Yeah,
do?
that's what I was doing.
And then since that being 6/30ths, all you have to do is add,
Why would that be 6/30ths?
because times it by 6, the 1 turns into 6 and the 5 turns into 30,
But why is 30 your LCM for those two fractions?
because, I see.
Okay, so you're saying that after you did that, you were gonna add them together?
Or no, like the remaining until 10/30ths
Okay,
to equal,
that's not right either. Okay, Isaiah,
The LCM would be 15.
the LCM would be 15, but what would you do first?
5/5 minus 1/5.
Where's 5/5 minus what?
1/5.
Okay, why?
Because that's the whole garden. 5/5.
Well, it's not 5/5.
Or
1 is the whole garden,
or
right?
The whole garden. Yeah.
1 is the whole garden. So you would do this first?
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you get?
4/5.
Okay, 4/5. Good. And then what would you do?
Do 4/5 times, or no, alright, find the equivalent fraction for 4/5.
Okay, let's take a step back, right? Maybe this picture isn't the best. Okay, the one I drew. Maybe it's not the best. Okay, so we have a whole garden, right? We have a whole garden, right? I have a whole garden here. George did 1/5. Summer did something, and there was 2/3 left over, right? And Isaiah's telling me that this whole thing is one garden. Yes. Yeah. Okay? This whole thing is one garden, right? That's what this is telling me, right? Yes? Hold on. Do we have, yes? Are we with this? So this is all one garden, right? And 1 minus 1/5, he said was 4/5, right? So then, what comes next? Okay, so first we have to find out, right? So first we subtracted. Then, what do we have to do next? Are we gonna add, subtract, multiply, divide? What are we doing, Nicholas? Why do you think it's adding? This, what number, what does this represent, this 4/5? What does it represent?
The whole?
So, no. This represents the whole garden, right? And this represents what?
Oh, how much George?
How much George did, right? So this, right, still includes what? What was left over from the garden, right? So what do you think I need to do in order to find what Summer weeded? Yes.
You subtract 4/5 by 2/3?
Yes. You subtract 4/5 from 2/3. Now, tell me, Finn, what's my LCM?
15.
Why 15?
Because if you go over the multiples of 5, is 5, 10, 15, and then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
Okay.
I said 30 because it seems like easier to represent 1/3.
So show me or tell your partner better what the equivalent fractions once we have, now that we know the LCM would be for both of these. For 4/5 and 2/3. What are the new renamed fractions for this? After you tell your partner, you're gonna write them on your whiteboard. Brayden, bring yourself up here, bud. What are the renamed fractions for 4/5 and 2/3? In a minute. You talked to Chris already? Okay. So, tell your partner, you told your partner what you thought the new fraction should be? Yes? Right? What should these new fractions be now that we know our LCM is what? 15. Our LCM is 15. So, what should my new fractions be? My renamed fractions, show it to me. Good. So, it should be 12 15ths minus what? 10 15ths.
Equals to
Why? Well, because what did you multiply here to create equivalent fractions, Isaiah?
3.
By 3, right? What about here?
5.
And whatever you did to the denominator, you did to the... Good. Good. So when you multiply 12 15ths by 10 15ths, you got what?
2 15.
2 15ths. Good. So we would say what? Summer weeded 2 15ths
of the garden.
of the garden.
way that I told you was still, it wasn't probably right on what Eureka wanted it to be, but it still got the same answer.
Yes, that's probably true. But you still went too high with your LCM.
But you could have just simplified it.
Right, you could have simplified it, yes. And that's okay, then, right? We've talked about this, right? That there's more than one way to do the problem. And I'm not saying my way is better than yours, right? I see what you did. I probably would have done the same thing too. My understanding, or the way I learned it, is I would have added both of these fractions together, then subtracted them from the whole,
That's what I did.
right? And there's nothing wrong with that. You still got the same answer, right? Because you created equivalent fractions first, then you subtracted from the whole number, right? Good. All right. Good. Any questions about this? Concerns? Yes, Daniel, thank you.
How's it different from yesterday's lesson?
It's not. We're using the skills that we've built on, right? No, it's not the same thing. We're doing word problems today with
But that's
fractions.
the way you do
No, the process is not different. The way we do them is not different.
But there's work.
Yes. Okay? All right, next one. So, go ahead and turn and talk to your partner and tell them what you think the next how we should approach this next problem. Jishan, whatever you do, but unnecessary. Turn and talk to your partner. Tell them how you think we should. Okay, so Danny, what did you tell Hadassah?
I think we should focus on by following the cube step and circle the numbers.
Start with circling the numbers. Okay, so what should I circle?
1/3, 1/2, and 1/8.
Okay, what else? Yes, Alexis, what did you tell Crystal?
Whether we should underline the question so we have more information.
What question did you underline? Good. What Julian, what did you tell Aurora you should do? Next.
Words.
What keywords did you box?
The word fraction.
The word fraction, okay. What else? Yes, Nicholas, what did you tell Donna?
Pack of pencils.
Pack of pencils. Okay. Why is that important, Nicholas?
Because it shows how much you spent on what she spent on.
Okay. Like what item she spent on? Leanna, what did you tell Alan? What is left? How much of her money is left? Why is that important, Leanna? So how much is left over? Good. And then Naomi, how much she spent? Why is that important? What does it make you think when you see that word? Okay. Yeah, Isaiah, what else?
When I
When you see that word, what does it make you think?
we're subtracting.
that you're subtracting? Okay. So let's draw a picture, right? So we're doing RDW, right? So let's do a picture. Okay? I want you to talk to your partner, and together on one whiteboard, I want you guys to come up with a picture to represent this problem. Okay? Okay? Come up with a picture with your partner. Okay? To represent this problem. Remember, it says Jean spent 1/3 of her money on a pack of pens, 1/2 of her money on a pack of markers, and 1/8 of her money on a pack of pencils. What fraction of her money is left over? With your partner, create a picture to represent this. Do we need more time?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, remember, she used 1/3 of her money on a pack of pens, 1/2 of her money on a pack of markers, and 1/8 of her money on a pack of pencils. And she still had money left over. So, some of you, what I'm seeing is not correct. You are missing something. Phineas.
Can we only have one diagram?
Yes, I want one. You're missing something. You're missing something. Yes. She spent 1/3 of her money on a pack of pens, 1/2 of her money on a pack of markers, and 1/8 of her money on a pack of pencils. What fraction of her money is left over? So she has money left over, right? So she spent, let me see your drawings. 1/3 on a pack of pens, 1/2 on a pack of pencils, and 1/8 on a pack of markers. How much money does she have left over? Do we see what yes, good. Her money left over needs to be represented here too, right? Because it's still what? Part of this whole, right? It's still part of this whole thing, right? Yes? Do we see that now? All right. So, what fraction of her money is left over? Well, what do you think we should do first? Whisper it to your partner. Tell them what you think we should do first. Hadassah, what did you tell Danny you think we should do first? 1/8 from 1/3? Why? But what? But that's how much money she spent on a pack of pencils, and 1/3 is the amount of money she spent on a pack of pins, right? So why do we need those numbers? What are we trying to find in the end? Yeah, what part of her money is left over, right? But is subtracting, you're saying to subtract 1/8 and 1/3. Do you think that that's the best way to figure out how much money she has left over? So then what would you do? What does this whole thing represent? What do you think? All her money. And what number can we use to represent that? What have we used previously? This is one whole. So what number can I use? 1. So this is 1, right? Yes, do we all agree? This is one whole? Yeah? So, Hadassah, now I ask you, how am I going to find what is left over?
1 whole, subtract 1/8 and 1/3.
Yes. That's one way we could do it. What's another way we could do it? Yeah.
Add 1/3 plus 1/2 plus 1/8 and then subtract that into 1 whole.
Find out what that equals is to, and then subtract that from 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Right. You see? More than one way to do it, right? Do you see how we have to like take a minute and understand? This is one whole big lump sum of money. One big lump sum of money. And there's these little parts that she used for different things. Right? But we need to still find this part that she has left over. Right? Okay, good. So, raise your hand if you want to do it this way. Together. Raise your hand if you want to do it this way together. All the way up so I can see it. Raise your hand if you want to do it this way. Okay, we're doing it this way. Okay. So, if I am going to add first 1/8 plus 1/2 plus 1/3, I want you to turn and tell your partner what the LCM should be for those. Turn and tell your partner what should the LCM be. Yep. Yes. What is that? Anything Ethan, what did you tell your little group here the LCM is? What do you think it is? Daniel. Huh? What do you think it is? So tell me how you find it. Let's start with 8. Give me the 8. Okay. Huh? Okay, for 2 is what?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16, 18, 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. What about for 3? Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Okay. Do I keep going? So what's your LCM? LCM is 24. Do we agree?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to work with your partner to find the equivalent fractions for these. For 1/2 that have our new denominator of 24, right? So think about it. With your partner, I want you to work out what our new fractions will be. So you're talking to each other, okay? Our new denominator is supposed to be what?
24.
It's what?
24.
Okay. What do you mean? 1/8? I'm just putting this here so that you can figure out what you have to multiply by to get to 24. Right? Well, we're creating equivalent fractions. Right? Whatever I'm multiplying, what I'm multiplying by here is 24. Huh? 3, right? So whatever I'm doing to the bottom, I'm doing to the top, right? So, Daniel, why are you confused? All you're missing is this 9. All you're missing is this. Kevin is saying 9, multiply it by 3. Yes, I'm just making it simple. That's it. Yeah. You have them? Yeah. Who are you and you? You're done? You have them? Okay, good. Everybody have them? In a minute, almost 30 seconds. Okay, so, Alan, what is your new fraction for 1/8 that you renamed? What was it? What is it? 3/24, right? 3/24. All right, Aubrey, what's your new fraction for 1/2? 12/24. And what did you multiply by to get to that? 12. Whatever you did to the denominator, you did to the numerator. Okay, so, Naomi, what was your new fraction here? 8/24. And what did you have to do to get that?
8.
You multiplied by what?
8 by 8.
So you did that to the denominator and the numerator. Good. So now, tell your partner what your new expression should be. Tell them what your new expression should be. With these, right? Okay, so with these, what are you gonna do? You do add, subtract, multiply, divide. So, you're gonna add, subtract, divide, multiply. Add, good. She's gonna add, Kevin. What are you gonna add first? 3 what? 24. Good. Keep going. Tell her. Okay. Good. So, Daniel, what is my new expression? 3/24 plus 12/24 plus 8/24 is what?
Equals 23/24, and then all you have to do is add 1 to 23, and then that means you should add 1 left. $1 left.
No, that doesn't mean she has $1. We don't know how much money. So you're telling me that this is the total amount of what? the money that she what?
She spent.
So this is her total she spent. Right? Okay. Now, Daniel, you're telling me that by looking at this, you can see that what? She has one what? She has 1/24 left over. What expression would justify that? Yeah.
Would it be this? Because I decided to do the addition. I just did something because I got $1 left.
Well, it's not $1. It's 1/24 of whatever her amount. We don't know how much money she had, right? This is just one whole lump sum of money. What if she had $1 million? And she just fractioned it, right? But we don't know the actual amount of these fractions, right? We know she has 1/24 left. Yeah.
Hey, look, it shows some money right there.
Yeah. I mean, she has money, right? But we don't know the actual dollar amount, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be over me.
Well, we don't know that, right? We don't know, right? So what would we write? Jean had what?
Jean had 1/24 of money left.
Jean had 1/24 of her money left over. Okay? Good, you guys.
I like this way better.
Yeah?
Well, I'd say that I want the same answer that Daniel said, but I didn't add, I just subtracted it.
Okay.
Pretty much all you do is try to find the LCM with the equation. You have to draw the box.
Yes. Because it's helpful, right? It helps us understand and see what we're trying to work out at. Yes.
This one my answer quick.
Sure. Yes, Phineas.
When I'm doing this math, you're gonna decide who I meant the shirt thing.
We actually did decide.
Who is it?
But we're not talking about that right now. We're not doing that. Yeah, sure. All right, so number 3. Okay, number 3. Let's go through it. Okay, talk to your partner and start going through your cubes strategy together. And I want you to have a picture that represents your, the problem.
I have a question. It's not with math.
Okay, well, when it's not math time, we'll talk about it, okay? I said go. I said time to go. So you're talking to your partner, you're trying to figure out, going through the cube strategy, and you are creating a model. Okay. Okay, you have 2 minutes. Keep going.
Keep going. One is
Let's see what you'll have to do. Hacer para representar. Es más Fernández. Sí. Naomi. Okay, so you talk to your partners. Phineas, what did your partner tell you you should do first?
He didn't tell me anything.
Okay, well, so why didn't you tell your partner anything? Huh? Okay, so what should you have told him to do first? Huh? Circle the numbers, Finn. So, do we all have these circled already?
Yes.
Okay. Kevin, what did your partner tell you to do next? To what? Sara, ¿qué hacemos? What do we do next? Underline the question. What's the question that they're asking us? ¿Qué es la pregunta que nos están preguntando? No, just tell me. Wait, where is it? Or show me. Show me where the question is. Underline it. You underline it. Come on. Show me. Yes. Good. Thank you, Sarah. Good. Ariana, what keyword did you box?
I boxed in after.
Come show me. Come show me. Good. Aubrey, what keyword did you box? Okay, good. Come box it. Phineas, what did you box?
How much?
How much? Good. Come box it. Go ahead, Finn. Julia, what did you box?
Ounces to paint. Ounces to paint the sky.
Why is that important? Tell me.
It shows how much they're using.
Okay. So, do you think you would box all of that or just one word? One word. What word would that be?
Ounces.
Ounce. Come box it. Kevin.
2 ounce to the
Okay, good. So would you box all of it or what keyword would you box? Okay, come box it. Ethan, what else did you box? Huh? Ball? Bot? Why bot? It's what she bought, yeah, but I don't think it's relevant, right? But it's not like in Liana. Used to paint, okay. Nicholas. Some, okay. Come box it. Daniel. No.
or and here.
Yeah. Ariana, go ahead. Aileen. We already have that. Yes.
She used 2, 3.
We already have that. We have that. Okay? Alright. Okay, so those are the keywords we're boxing. Now, tell me, what do we do next? So we've circled the numbers, underlined the keywords, we've boxed, right? Now we evaluate. How did I tell you to evaluate this time? What did I tell you should do? Yeah, Finn.
To make a diagram.
Make a diagram. Isaiah, do you have a diagram? Okay, come show me. Show me. that correct?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay. Why did you choose 2 down here?
Because that's how much the 2 of the painter is.
There's a 2-ounce tube of blue paint. Okay, good. And why did you put those numbers in each of those boxes?
Because that's how much, or the 2/3 is how much you use for the water. 3/5 is how much you use for the sky. And we're trying to find 2/5, or there's 2/15 left of paint after, or we're trying to find how much paint of how much paint did you use for the flag, and there's 2/15 left. So if we subtract.
So do you think you're missing a box?
Uh,
Right? Because what does the 2/3 represent? What is that? Right there. What does it represent? Water, right? And what does this represent? 3/5? What does it represent? The sky, okay. And 2/15 is what she has what?
how much she has left.
Okay,
So
but we're trying to find what?
how much the flag is.
Exactly. You did it. You were almost there, but you did it. Good job. Give him a hand. Good job. Good. Yes. So that is correct. Yes. Yeah. Do we agree with Isaiah? Yes. Good. So how much paint did Shelby use to paint her flag? So what should I do first? Tell me. What should I do first here? Yeah.
Write the equation. Let's find the
Okay, you're gonna write the equation. What equation should I write?
2/3
Okay.
plus 3/5
Okay.
plus 2/15,
Okay.
and then you have to find the LCM.
Okay.
Oh, you have to find the equal.
But we're missing something here, right? This is what we're trying to find.
Yeah.
And what is it equal to?
How
What is this equal to?
how much paint she used.
No. This is what she has. How much paint she used for what?
The painting.
Read it. How much paint does she? What are we trying to find?
How much paint shall we use to paint the flag?
Okay. So what is this?
How much she used to paint the flag?
Okay. And what should it all equal to?
How much paint she used?
What should it equal to?
How much paint she used for the flag?
Shelby bought a 2-ounce tube of paint. So what should it equal to?
Oh, how much paint she got?
I'm looking for a number. 2. It should equal to 2. Right? Yes? Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Alright. So, what do I do first?
Find the LCM.
What's my LCM here? Tell your partner what the LCM is. Tell them. Tell them. Okay, now all together tell me in 3, 2, 1.
15!
LCM is 15, yes. Okay, so now what do I have to do in order to be able to add these fractions? Can I add them together right now?
No.
What do I need to have?
Please, you tell me what.
What do I need to have?
Please,
Comment B. Shh. He is answering. What do I need to have in order to add fractions?
A common denominator?
Yes, we need to have common denominators. Good. So, I want you to create common denominators for, do I have to create common denominators for this one?
Yes.
What about this one?
Yes.
What about this one?
No.
Okay, good. So, go ahead and do that with your partner. you created, what did you have? What did you multiply by here? Did you only do it to the numerator? To both, to the denominator and the numerator. You multiplied by 5, and what did you get there? 10/15. Good. And what about here, Donna? What'd you get? 9/15. How did you get that? To the what? Times 3 right here to the denominator and the. Good. Good. Yes, Brayden.
I wanted to say Jason.
For this?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell your partner what your new expression should be. Write it on your book. Write it on your book. What should your new expression be? Why? Because this one already has your LCM as a denominator, right? Did you see that? Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right, Brayden and Jishan have the answer. So tell me, Brayden, what's my new expression? 9/15. Oh, 10/15. No, I want the expression. I don't want you to solve.
10 plus 9.
10/15 plus what?
9/15.
And what else?
And it's 19/15.
No, we're missing 2/15, right? 2/15, right? All right. And what does that give me?
21/15.
21/15. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can evaluate it.
Okay.
The evaluation is the 1 and 6/15.
Why?
Because it's 15. You have 21 and
What is this as a fraction, Jayshawn? Tell me what 2 is as a fraction.
2 is a fraction is sitting at 15, so that would be 30.
30/15. Okay, good. So after you added up, right? After you added this up, what did you do?
I turned it into a mixed number.
Okay.
Turned it into a mixed number.
You turned this into a mixed number?
No, we turned 21/15 into a mixed number.
Okay, what was that?
That would be 1 and 6/15.
1 and 6/15. Okay. But that still doesn't tell me what? How much paint she used for what?
You would subtract 30/15 minus 21/15.
Why? Why, Nicholas?
That is the 30/15 total of how much ounces scrap and the relative is
What she's already used?
yes,
Okay. So what is that?
9/15.
9/15. And this is what?
How much you
How much she used for what?
paint black?
So we would say Shelby used 9/15 to paint her life. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
Yes? Is there another way I could have maybe subtracted this? If I would have kept it as a mixed number minus 30/15.
Oh,
Is there another way? Or even as 30 minus 2? Could I have done that? Yeah? Because this split up is what? 15/15 and 15/15, right? So we would take 1 and 1, right? And 6 minus 15 is what? 6/15 minus 15/15 is what? 9/15. So, like we keep saying, right? There's more than one way to do this problem, right? Okay, now it's your turn. Okay? Do we have any questions before we move on? Yes, Jishan.
For the evaluation, it would have to be, it would be, you can't implement the evaluation.
What do you mean by the evaluation?
Only the two and the
So you told me that 2 as a fraction, right, would be 30/15ths, right? If 15 was our denominator, which is absolutely right? But when we added these up, right, this was just what paint we knew she had left over and what paint, what else that she used for each of them, right? So we needed these numbers, why? Tell me. Why did we need those numbers? So we needed these numbers, right? We needed these numbers because we needed to find how much paint she used for the flag, right? And we can't add fractions with unlike denominators, right? So we needed to make them, we need to create equivalent fractions, right? And we added them all the way through, right? But this still doesn't tell me this, right? How do I find this? I have to take it away from my whole, right? So that's how I was able to find, even though you did this right, you know, your math was right all the way through. So that's why I had to do this. Right? Yes, Ariana? Yes. Okay? Alright, so your job now is to do number 4, you and 5 on your own. Okay? We will come back together. You are to go through the RDW strategy, so that means you are reading the question, drawing a picture, and writing. Okay? You are writing a statement to show your answer, okay? Remember, you guys, okay? You have to read the question when you're drawing your picture, okay? Read the question. It'll guide you, okay? We will come back together. Go ahead. Okay? Any other questions before we move on? You have the next 5 minutes to work on this, okay? Both of them. Okay? Start with number 4. You are working with your partner. Okay? You're working with your partner on this. I will come around to support. Jim? Oh. 3, 4. Lemonade? Dwight? Some? Lemonade? So if Jim sold 3 quarts, right? And Dwight sold some lemonade too, right? easy they're trying to find. Right? Yes, is this right? So it doesn't go up here, right? We have to read the problem first. Right? So 1 and 5 twelfths. Then Jim sold 3/4 gallon of lemonade. Dwight sold 2, right? Do we know how much Dwight sold? How much did Jim sell? How much did Jim sell? 3/4. And how much did Dwight sell? What? Read it. What does it say? Sum. No, that's same. That's sum. So do you know how much he sold? So we should go here. What are you trying to find? What do you need to find first? What do you need to find first in order to find out who sold more or less? What do you need to find first? I don't know what you're doing with paper. You should be writing. Who sold more? What do you need to find? Figure out who sold more. Right? So tienes que saber cuánto Dwight vendió primero. Huh? No. I think I gotta. This is the total, right? This is what I don't want together. I need to figure out what's left here to find out what's here. So what should I do? Add or subtract? Add or subtract? Why? What do you have to find first? Okay, so what? What are you gonna do? Subtract. And then that'll tell you what? How much was twice, right? And then you can determine what. Right. And then it's asking you how much you were, right? So then you're gonna figure out what again. You're gonna what again? You're gonna subtract again, right? How much do I pay minutes for? Good. That's right. Yes, that's right. That is absolutely right. So how do you need to find first? And then that'll help you answer the first question, right? That's not right. That's not right. That picture is not correct. Why is that correct? Why is that not correct? No, answer what is not correct.
We have to why the person has
or did Dwight sell more? And then you have to tell them how much more. So it's 2 parts, right? We're solving 2-step word problems. This is not right. Your answer is not right. It's not right. Your picture's not right. Read the question again. Your picture is not correct at all. Read the question. You should be finishing up problem 1 and moving on to problem 2 by now. Isaiah, where's your statement? And then you have to say how much more. Who sold more? You said Jim? Jim sold more. Why? Okay, so it said Jim sold 3/4 gallon of lemonade. Dwight sold lemonade too. Together they sold 1 5/12 gallon. Who sold more lemonade, Jim or Dwight? Okay, I'm drawing my picture. Is this correct?
Yes.
Why is this correct? Hadassah? Yeah. Why is this correct, Brayden?
Because it says that together they sold 1 5/12 gallons.
1 5/12 gallon, right? They didn't say that Dwight sold, right? Okay. What are they asking me to find here? Yes, you need to raise your hand there. Alexis, what are they asking us to find here? Who sold more lemonade, Jim or Dwight? So that's the first thing we have to find, right? This is number 1. What's the second thing we have to find, Isaiah?
How much more?
How much more did the person who sold more sell, right? Yes? We understand that? Okay, so tell me, what did you do first? What did you do first, Julian?
I did the LCM.
Okay, you found the LCM, but what expression did you write first?
I did
You found the LCM of what?
3/4 and 5/12.
3/4 and 5/12 and 1 5/12. So what was that?
It was 12.
12, okay. And what did you do then? Did you have to convert this fraction here? 5/12?
Yes.
But if you told me the LCM was 12, do you have to convert this fraction?
No.
So what about this one?
Yes.
What was your new fraction?
New fraction.
Mm-hmm.
9/12.
9/12. Good. What did you multiply?
I multiplied 3.
3. So whatever you did to the bottom, you did to the
3.
top. Okay, good. So you had 9/12, and what did you do, Isaiah?
And then I got, I got 7 there because the total of 1 5/12 was 17/12.
So you converted this into what?
17/12.
To 17/12, okay.
And I minus that by 9/12,
Okay.
which I got 8/12.
And what does this 8/12 represent?
How much Dwight had, or how much she sold.
So this is how much Dwight sold, right? So, can I answer my first question here?
Yes.
What was my first question?
Who sold more lemonade, Jim or Dwight?
So what would you say?
Jim sold more lemonade.
So Jim sold more lemonade. How much more did he sell? That's my second question. So how much more did he sell, Denny?
Jim has sold 1/12 more than what?
Jim sold 1/12 more than Dwight. Yes?
I had that.
Yes. Good? Questions, concerns? Okay, I know you need a few more minutes for number 5, right? We're working through it. Take the next 3 minutes so that we can finish that up. Okay? That will be your exit ticket. Number 5 will be your exit ticket today. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, you'll have time after recess. It'll be your exit ticket. Take the next 3 minutes. Okay? Yes, Finn.
I'm already done with that.
You're already done? Go ahead and rip it out.
Me too.
Okay, rip it out. Make sure your name's on it.